Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial of MySQL database administration. Today we are going to install the multiple MySQL instances on a single Linux server, and there are two type of installation to do that multiple instance installation. The first one is to use separate MySQL configuration file which is mycnf file, and the second one is that what you do is that you provide a MySQL multi-D tag, and under that you provide separate configuration for each and every single instance. So for this video, what I'm going to do is that I will be using separate MySQL file configuration files to do the installation of multiple instances. And if you guys want me to do to teach you the second way of installing multiple instances on a single Linux machine using a single configuration file, so please let me know in the comment section and like this video. If I get like around 20 likes on this video, I will be posting the other video as well. So for this one, what you need to do is that what I'm doing here is that I will be installing the MySQL server using generic files. I have done a separate video for that as well, to how to install MySQL from generic Linux distribution files. And if you want to know how to do that, I will be teaching this one as well. And if you want to do watch the separate video as well, the link is in description, or you can search out in my channel as well. So let's start with this video. Sorry for coming late. I was on annual leaves, and I had to take a break from the YouTube and my office jobs and all that as well, to give some good time and spend some good time with my family. So enough talking, let's start with the video. Okay, so I have a book for myself, and what I have done here is that I have downloaded the MySQL latest version, MySQL 8.0.23 tarball. And now what we are going to do is that we will extract this file. And to extract that, what we will do is that we will untar this file, but before that we need some prereqs. What is that? Let's check if any MySQL RPMs is installed on this server, which is not available, and we need to check that MariaDB libs, if they are available, and then we have to remove this MariaDB libs. So to remove that, remove MariaDB libs -y, and this will remove. So now they are removed, and once they are removed, what you need to do is that we have to install an RPM which is called libaio, and this is the requirement for this installation. And if most of the servers already have installed, but in case just to double check, we have to check this one. Okay, so once that is done, let's untar our file, which is if you check here on my MySQL 8.0.23 tarball. Once that is done, it will give us three files. One is the MySQL test, this is some testing environment, and one is MySQL router we have. But the MySQL server, which is here, this one, we need to install this one. So in order to do that, we will create MySQL, we will add a group for MySQL, and then we will create a user, but we will not give the user for user interaction. Like, it will not be allowed for logging, and it's just required for so we can provide the specific user permissions and ownership to the MySQL and the MySQL server to the MySQL user. So it's only required for that. So the temperature is a bit high in this room, so that's why I'm using tissue paper. Sorry for that. So let's go to user local, and here what I'm going to do is that I will untar this MySQL file, this one, to this location. So in order to do that, let's do that here, because this file is available in this location. And okay, yeah, so we will tar it here, and that's it. So once this is done, after that we will create a symbolic link to a single MySQL directory. So because I will show you what kind of directory it will create, and so once we create a symbolic link, it will be easy for us to access all the files. If you see here, this is I'm currently standing here in this local user/local. This is the file name which I created. So we will create a symbolic link to MySQL, and so we do not need to type every time this huge name. So all we need to do is that cd MySQL, and if you see here, I'm here now, and if you see here, we have the bin and all the required directories here. So in bin we have all this MySQL executables, which is MySQL D and MySQL client here as well. MySQL D is a process, obviously MySQL server process. Okay, so what I have told you that we will be doing this in multiple CNF files. So once you are doing it for multiple CNF files, then that means that you will be required a separate data directory as well. So let's create some separate data directories here in MySQL / okay, and if you go here cd / MySQL ll and so tree. Okay, so tree is not here. Yum install tree. What tree does is that it gives you how your directory is gonna look. So let me download that, and it will take a bit of time. Okay, let's clear and let's show me the tree. Okay, so we have data. Sorry, the graphics is not okay as per the graphics is not as per the emulation. So it's showing us the data. So inside 306 we have a data folder, inside 307 we have a data folder, and inside 308 and 309 we have a data folder. So you can do multiple installation as well, but I'm going to use these 3 directories, and I will leave this one for you, so you can do the installation by yourself, and let me know if you have done that as well, and if you face any problems, let me know that. Okay, so let's give us some ownership to the MySQL this file. If you come here and cd ..ll, and if you see here, MySQL is having root permissions, so this is not required. The required permissions are this. So if you see here, now it belongs to MySQL, and inside that cd MySQL, the rest are also changed to MySQL. So this should be done. So we need to do that, and let's go to MySQL as well and create a file, MySQL files, because in order to initiate MySQL server, we need the initial configuration. So for that we need the MySQL myCNF file. So in order to do that, let's visit each and every directory from 306 to 308 and create our myCNF files. So currently I'm standing here in /MySQL, the directory we created up here, this one. Just a minute, sorry guys. Yeah, this directory we created. Inside this we created this directory and data. So let's go to 3306, and if you see here, we don't have any file. So let's create vi my.cnf. so this is going to my first configuration, and MySQL D for port 3306, and let's save this one, and let's get back and visit 3307, and if you see here, we don't have any my.cnf. let's create another one. Okay, escape I, and let's paste the second one. You need to do it from MySQL D to the last line. That's it. Okay, and okay, cd./3308. okay, vi my.cnf, escape I for the insert, and let's paste this one as well. Okay, so escape. Okay, so if you check here my.cnf, here we have these files created, and all the data has been, all the required directories, all the required settings is here. So the setting I have is here in one of my MySQL configuration file is that MySQL D, like we're telling him that this is for this process we have port 3008. This is a base directory which we have here is like, if I tell you ll, so this was the directory which I have created, and I created a symbolic link for this directory, and this is MySQL 3308. If you see here, I'm here, and inside that we have a data folder, this one. So I'm giving it a data directory for MySQL 3308 data, and lowercase table names is equal to 1. So this is for like when you are selecting the table names in the query, so that will be case sensitive. So in order to remove the case sensitivity, you have to provide this variable is equal to 1 before the initialization. Okay, so once you initialize this MySQL server, you will not be able to change the table name to the lower cases after MySQL 8. Before MySQL 8, like in 5.7 and less, we were able to process that, so we were able to do that. But now after MySQL 8, you have to do it before initializing the MySQL server. So doing bufferful is this is my socket file, and log error, this will be my log error file, so it will create the error log file for me as well. Okay, so this is the before initialization, all the prereqs are done, and in order to initiate one of our MySQL server, what we have to do is that, because inside here, okay, if you go here, cd, this is the MySQL D, okay, off, because I'm going here, because if I'm tapping MySQL D, MySQL is not coming up because our environment is not set. So in order to do that, I have to provide a whole path, and this is my default file. I'm telling this that this is my file and initialize it, and this is my base directory and data directory. So these are the initial requirement for initialization. So once it is installed, it will provide us the first temporary password. Sorry. Okay, so this is now initialized, and once we start it, it will provide us the initial password, temporary password. At not this stage, but once we start it, at this stage, it will provide us the initial password as well, and after that we will change it. So now all the initialization is done. I will show you when the last one is done. If I visit here, data, and you see here the initialization is done, we have the required file here. So all these initialization are done. So as I told you that okay, now we can create this symbolic link for MySQL D, and now if I type MySQL D, I can see that MySQL D is coming. But if you see here, we have a lot. If I created the MySQL D symbolic link, but if I visit here, like in this location, we have a lot of MySQL binaries to run, like MySQL, MySQL admin, MySQL binlog, and MySQL check, and MySQL show, slab, and all that, and import, even pump and dump, and all that. So we have to create the symbol link for each and every one. So in order to avoid that, what we are going to do, that I will go to my home location, which is this, and I will via the bash profile for the root user, and I will insert this few words that I'm telling him that oh sorry, escape I. Okay, what I'm doing here is that I will this path is having all the binaries, and I will add this path to my paths. So then I will execute the bash profile, so it can be reloaded. If I see then all the MySQL execution and all the executable file, all the binaries are now here. So now we can execute any of which we want. Okay, so now this is done, and okay, so this has been done. Okay, this was already done. After testing and file permission, newly generated from okay, so we already done this here. Okay, it's not required, but let's do it, no problem. Okay, so now let's start our MySQL server one by one, because we are running it separately. So we have to tell the MySQL D that the default file is this one, and start user is MySQL, and start it in the background using the no-hub. And even if you do not provide this path, it will still start it. But let's go with a safe hand and start the MySQL server. No-hub. Okay, so this has been started now, and because I have provided the error log file, so all our error log will be updated, and we will see that our temporary password will be generated into that file. Okay, and now if I check that all the MySQL servers has been started, yes, if you see here, MySQL 306, 307 and 308 are started. And let me open a new tab, okay, and visit any of my MySQL, then 3306, and then data and LL. If you see here, okay, where is my log file? Yeah, this one. So this has been updated, and if I tell you tel -100f log file, so if you see here, where is my password? Yeah, this is the, if you see here, for a temporary password is generated for root and localhost. So this file was for 3306. If I see here 3306, so this is a temporary password, this one. So if I want to log into this MySQL server, then at the first time I have to use this password. Okay, so now if I want to log into this user, then I have to use the socket file, and the socket file information I have provided in this my configuration file, this one. So for each and every connection I have to use the socket file. And so in order to do that, let's log into any of our MySQL. So MySQL show is something, if you check here for the first time, it will not allow you to do the MySQL show because we have a temporary password, and I have to change that. If I provide a temporary password, it will tell you that your password has expired and too long, it must be changed, and it using the client. MySQL show is a utility like which tells you that what's inside, what's the initial databases which are loaded inside your MySQL server. So that's it's going to tell you. So in order to connect, we have to connect to each instance one by one, and I've told you that we have to connect using the socket file. So the first one, and this is a socket file for the first one, and which is mentioned here, this, okay, MySQL socket 3306.socket. So let's copy this and MySQL. Okay, so this one, and this was my initial password, temporary password, and copy paste, login. So once you log in, you have to change the password. Okay, so now I'm going to change the password, and that's it, and exit here. And let's check our cd /3307, okay, cd.ll, okay, cd 3307/data and tail MySQL, yeah, where is the log? Yeah, this one, 07.log file. Okay, and this one we have our password here. This is my new password. Okay, so now log into our, okay, so new, and this one is 7. Okay, so let's this one and type and log in and change the password here as well. Okay, that's it, the password has been changed for this one as well. And now we have to check the temporary password for the 3308. So cd 3308 ll data tail -100f MySQL, this one 08. Okay, so this is the password, this one, a temporary password for each and every server we have created. And let's log into MySQL 3308 and provide the password. Okay, let's change this one as well, and that's changed. Okay, so our MySQL servers are still running. Okay, grep MySQL, all of them are running, and you can check the ports which are running. Let's say tel -tl. So these are the ports, 3307, 3308, and they are allowed to log in from any of MySQL servers. Okay, so that's done. To shut down the instance, you can do it like using MySQL admin and provide the port and shut down. Okay, that's how you can shut down any of your MySQL server. If you see here, all of them are running, and now I will provide that MySQL admin. This is my host. You can also provide the local host as well. -u root, -p is your password, -p is for the port, and the port we have to provide because we are running 3 MySQL server on different ports. So which MySQL we want to shut down? The one which had the port 3306, and we will tell him that shutdown. So before that, if I only type MySQL admin, like I did MySQL admin, and it will show you that you have create database name, drop, flush log, ping, process list, shutdown, here, status, and all that. So if I want to check only the status of any of MySQL server like this one, then I will tell him that provide me the status. So it asking the password, and the password is, this is the password. Okay, so you see here uptime 349 seconds, and thread 2 questions 5, queries opens 135 files are open, flush table 3 open tables, and this all that is saving. So this is how you can do it. I will paste the password here. If you see the provide the password in the command line, it will not ask for the password, and it will show you the result. So just like I've shown you that how many servers are still running, this will be MySQL. That's how you can do it. And in order to shut down any of your MySQL server, this is how you can do it. It's asking for the password, and the password is here. This is the password. And now you see here the server is down, and if you want to confirm from the log files, we took down the 3306, this one, and let's go to 3306. Okay, cd 3306 and cd data. I'm here, and we have the file here, alert log tail -100f MySQL 06.log file. So shutdown complete, our MySQL is down. Okay, if you see here, and if you want to confirm from the process list, then ps -ef grep MySQL, and if you see here, before we had 3306, and now 3306 is down. So that's how you can start and stop your MySQL server. In order to start it again, all you have to do is that copy this one is again, and if you can remove this as well, okay, directly, like, because we have already set our MySQL our MySQL environment. So this is now started again, and if you see here, the files are now updated. You see here, this was the last time shutdown complete, and now the starting the process here, initializing has started, ended, and so it's up, so ready for connection. If you see here, our MySQL D is ready for connection, and this is the socket file 3306 community version. And if you want to check the process, and this is the process 3306. Okay, before it was like this, and now it's like this because we are only providing the MySQL D. So that's it for today, guys. This is how you can start and stop your MySQL server. And if you want to if you want this script, the script will be available in the description link. I have this link, this ID tutorial link. If I want to show you here, yeah, this link I have pasted here, and all the script will be available on my website, so you can check there as well. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Please like and share with others.